You know what I did? I just totally like clicked a bunch of wrong overlays a bunch of times until I actually clicked the right one. So I messed up my own introduction. So hello.
You were so focused on Emily. I
was so focused on just stealing that line.
And I wasn't even going to do it this time. I told
failed.
myself I'm not even going to
Wow.
It surprised me that you said one, Caleb.
Look at me. I know, I was specifically, I was like, I'm going to say one so that Emily can't. And look what I've done to myself. Hello, we're here with episode 16 of Terra Nullius. We can drive, guys.
We have our driver's license.
We have our driver's license. Woo!
Speak for yourself.
Dragonborn Jesus, take the wheel.
Midnight until we have to drive back home.
Thank
Can
you.
I have it on a t-shirt?
If we had merch for this campaign, that would totally be a t-shirt for it.
Eventually.
Yeah. Eventually.
One day when we're famous for Terra Nullius.
Yeah, of course, right? When we do this professionally. Yeah, that will be a thing.
Totally. And we'll be on like episode 100.
Yes.
You know.
Exactly.
You know, maybe what'll happen is we'll go through the whole series and then it'll go viral like after we're all past.
Right. We're like, wait a second, no. We gotta come back, guys. We gotta go back. Yeah, that'll be great. Anyway, we're here. We're gonna play some Terra Nullius. I'm pretty excited. Pretty darn excited. So when we last left our heroes ? We
explorers.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, colonizers.
Ragtag band of adventurers.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a much not nicer word.
Yeah. And
Group of nitwits.
What?
Group of nitwits.
Yeah, group of nitwits is a good word. When we last left our people, we were doing what? What just happened, guys? Or someone remind me.
You just watched the episode.
I didn't finish the episode, so I don't remember what happened.
Think about Darius being weird.
We ran into Ohtli, and then
Yep.
we
You went to a temple of death.
we went to the Temple of Death before that. And then we ran into Ohtli, and then we came back to camp and told Captain Miggy about stuff, and then Ari and Captain Miggy had a little chat.
I did have a little chat.
And then I realized that Darius, something was a little up.
Right, yeah, you guys are talking about like, wait a second, Darius, there's something weird with him. Maybe he's not even Darius. Bum bum bum.
Bum bum bum.
Maybe he just has bad gas.
Bad gas that gives him
I mean,
knowledge of
that's
literary
right.
tropes?
Why, Jordan? Why would I have tried to swallow my food?
So we've agreed that we're going to set up a neutral ground rendezvous point with just Captain Miggy and just Ohtli with the four of us.
Indeed, that is a thing that's going to happen. So,
So we'll probably have to go talk to Ohtli before tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so it is, let's see, I think we ended, like, on the day, right? Like,
It was like...
It was the night of the
It was like-
24th / like then we went into the day of the 25th.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Glad that you remember this.
I think.
Yeah, it was like midday on the 25th.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so that's a thing. So we get the Terra Nullius intro, right? And we see on the screen November 25th, 1492. And the dawn breaks. So, I mean, where do we find our... I mean, what do we start with? Who like, are we going to start with? Is there anything you guys want to take care of in camp before we head off to do Ogre diplomacy?
Ogre-macy.
Oh, no.
That didn't work out at all. I think Toidy's just going to get his rod of rulership and stuff ready to make sure if things go sour, there's
Mind
a plan.
control everyone.
I don't want more bloodshed.
Yeah, so I mean, taking people's free will is obviously the next step. Yeah,
It's okay. Toidy's the only one who doesn't.
much better than killing people.
I'm taking a nap because it's the middle of the afternoon and I was up early to be in the moonlight, praying and meditating. So I'm taking a little nappy nap.
Yeah, Calvitas, weren't you like asleep?
I mean, yeah, Calvius was probably still asleep.
Yeah, and you were trying to. So, remind me. I think you've only got one long rest in then, since you had your 2 levels of exhaustion. So I think you still have 1 level of exhaustion.
No,
with
he
that
has
long rest.
2 levels of
I do
exhaustion.
still have
1
2
level if he goes through this one at the camp.
Right.
Guys,
that's
my
what I
pen-
was saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
My pen exploded on me. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Good
that's
luck.
fair. Yeah, do that. Yeah, Darius is Calvitus is sleeping lots.
Nice.
I think there's a little sign hanging from his little tent that just says "Go away."
Nice.
Did he make that sign?
Yeah.
Let's
I would
say
think
there's
so.
no paper.
Very fishy.
It's probably just
We're going
wood.
fishing?
I mean,
I
mind.
mean,
It's bad
we
judgment.
literally cut the episode with Miggy and Ari like in the tent together, so
Drinking. Yeah.
drinking. So I don't know. I guess I'll probably like we'll finish up that conversation, and then I probably just go and like help out, like set the camp up and get ready for help
Okay.
fortify
Yeah. So
the
we want
camp.
to say that Ari's been helping them fortify stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
So how is Ari doing that? What expertise is she providing?
I think I'm just providing muscle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm providing
you
any
just want to
expertise.
brute force it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, how about you roll an athletics check for us, and we'll
Okay.
see how well Ari does in helping out in this situation.
Is it an athletics check?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh no.
Ari, I mean, I think what
rolled a
happens.
2.
What happens is, so I mean, you tell us
2.
actually, Ari. Why don't you help? Why aren't you much of a help?
A little too much drinky drink.
Yeah,
Maybe I had to. Maybe like after maybe we probably sat there for like I don't know like half an hour just like talking.
Talking and
Maybe
drinking.
she's just
And so
too
like
busy.
and I'm just like sipping on a drink, and so I'm probably like really tipsy.
Yeah.
And
And it was like
that's-
hard liquor that he brought out, so yeah.
Right, I brought out like straight up whiskey.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
and I downed like 2 of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably fairly tipsy.
So
Drunk.
so I guess we see Ari like going out and like talking to like sailors and saying, "Hey, you need help with that." He's like the sailor. You
Yeah.
just like you drop a bunch of things, and then eventually the sailor, like a sailor, just like leads you back into your tent and just is like, "All right, good night. Like go to bed." Yeah, and they're just like, "We need you to get away from us because you're ruining things." So you do not help
Okay.
the fortification clock go up.
Darn it.
Yeah. But you don't hinder it. You don't make it go down at least.
Not that drunk.
Yeah, you don't like
No, I'm not that.
blow a hole in one of the walls or anything like
I can
that,
hold
so.
my liquor like unlike some people.
Yeah. Cool. So everybody starts waking up, starting the day. Yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do before you head out to do ogre diplomacy, or is that the first thing we get? Is you guys traipsing through the jungle with Captain Miggy?
I'm almost inclined to say, would Darius come?
I mean, I guess you could say that you don't come. Yeah.
I mean, if you're not coming, then we would question. I feel like if you
There might
were
be some
starting to
questions.
leave
everyone-
and then you're
everyone-
saying you don't want to come, then that would be the point at which we'd be like,
What's
going on?
Here's my question: Would everyone like think, oh, he's really exhausted. He probably needs his rest.
Yeah. I mean, you might be able to go with that. Yeah.
Given
I mean,
given
if
our
you
current
wanna, like roll a deception check to like try that.
yeah, if you're saying you want to
No,
do
no,
it,
no.
and
That's
you...
legitimately why he would be staying. That's
Right.
the
Okay.
only reason why.
Yeah.
given
I
our
mean,
current suspicion, maybe.
yeah, I'm already suspicious of
But yeah,
you.
any of you can just like go talk to him if Calvitus isn't waking up, right? To come with you.
Yeah. If someone wants to try to come acquire me first.
I'd probably do that.
That sounds like why not?
And maybe I bring my bagpipes because I'm feeling ornery.
I felt it coming.
Perfect.
Okay, so I will. Should I roll performance to see?
I mean, I'm not sure the performance matters in this instance. It's more of just a tool to get him up. How about you just trying to think of what would happen here. I mean, you just wake him up. I don't think there needs to be a roll involved, really.
Yeah.
So I just burst blow into it like, come on, Darius, it's time to go talk to Ohtli.
I don't know why you'd be playing that, but that was the first thing that came to mind.
That doesn't exist yet.
You start playing Amazing Grace on the bagpipes. I don't think that song's been written yet, but.
Yeah, I burst in, playing the backwards like, come on, it's time to wake up and talk to Ohtli.
Like, as soon as he bursts in and starts playing the bagpipes, Calvitas just grabs his... Well, I mean, he's probably, like, sleeping with the Makaweedle in his hand. So he probably just, like, sits up straight, and he's like, who do I fight? Where is it?
You know, one of the most comforting things to sleep with, sharp obsidian.
I was trying like,
it's dark, like him.
Like, calm down. Oh my, we're just heading off to go talk to Ohtli.
Oh. So I don't need... You mean I don't...
I would hope not. I hope things go better than that.
Fine. But, you know, maybe I'd be better off just staying here and taking a little. And he like starts to lay back down.
Now would I roll perception to see if he's being truthful or if I think he's lying?
I mean, is that the reason that you're?
No, he's totally tired because he still has one level of exhaustion.
Right, so you're just being truthful. You're just like, I want to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's really a role here. I mean, he seems genuine. Like, I don't think you.
Really, really, it's a matter of are you gonna like keep pushing him and try to get him to come, even though.
Yeah, then something else might happen. But I think as it stands, it just seems like Darius is tired.
Okay, well that's good because it turns out the only thing that's working currently is Zoom. I cannot currently use Roll20.
Oh, fun.
My laptop is derping out.
Just use your giant D20 and then just take a picture of it.
I don't remember my stats.
Oh yeah, fair point.
I'm gonna see if I can fix this. Oh. What the heck? There we go. Okay, well that's guess I just do I just believe him then I guess?
I mean, if he seems like he's being truthful, then I don't.
I'll just roll a d20 and see what I think. That's an 8. Perception's what again?
Your
perception.
Insight.
But what stat is that? I checked myself.
Insight is wisdom.
I think I have an okay wisdom score. Okay, there we go. It's finally working. I'd say I'd probably be like, you know what? He has been kind of tired these last few days. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll just leave him.
Yeah.
At least take into account that he doesn't want to come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
There we go. Okay. The rest of my computer is working now.
That's good.
That's helpful.
So yeah, do you just leave him then?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna. I think to myself like, well, I'm not strong enough to move him. I might as well let him rest. He has been quite tired.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
I mean, that's fine with me. I mean, we're just gonna go there for like an hour and then come back. So
yeah. So I'll leave the room and go find everyone else and tell them that like he's not coming.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are like packing up to get going, and then you're like, yeah, Darius is sleeping.
Why is he not coming? I thought we were going together.
He says he's quite tired, and to be honest, he looked like he was going to kill me as soon as I woke him up. He's kind of sleeping with his weapon right now. I'm thinking he's feeling a little on edge with how the past few days have gone.
Sir?
I mean, I kind of get that, but don't you think it'd be better to keep an eye on him? He's just been acting so strangely.
We can see him. We could talk to Miggy about getting a guard station to keep watch over him. Sorry.
I mean, we'll only be gone hour or two tops, you know, like if he's really tired, like we could just let him sleep. We'll talk to him when he wakes up.
If he wakes up.
But yeah, I agree with Toity. I think we keep a guard, you know, just watching over him, make sure that, I mean, he's not like a threat to anybody.
Hopefully.
I mean,
Toity says ominously.
you know.
Okay, if you guys feel like that, I'll come back and talk to him.
Okay. Off we go then.
Yeah. So I guess you guys just head off. So this is just Miggy and you guys, right? And then the plan was to meet in a neutral spot with just Ohtli. Is that sound right?
Well,
okay.
I think did we decide he wasn't going to have any guards there?
Who?
Miggy?
Ohtli.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was
it sounded
Miggy's condition.
Okay.
So probably what's gonna have to happen here is you guys will like go towards the camp, and then Toity will go ahead and tell Ohtli about the situation, and then lead him.
I
to
thought we
whatever
set a meeting. I thought we set a meeting point and a time.
I mean, no one ever went anywhere. Like you guys were in the camp when you talked about this.
No, I mean when we talk with okay.
No, yeah,
I
there was
thought
no.
we
You talked with Ohtli, and
We
Ohtli
just-
was like, "I would like a meeting," and then you were gonna go set that up.
Okay.
So someone's gonna have to go and let him know about this whole situation.
I'll go talk to Ohtli then. I'll go meet up with Ohtli.
So here, where are we on the map?
Yeah, here, let me drag you over. Let's do the thing. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. And they are like just right below us?
If I remember
to the right.
correctly, they are here.
Oh, okay. I
They're
thought
like
that they were on the
two-
beach.
I think they were in the hills. I think they were like 2 squares away. So
So it takes us an
That's
hour. Well,
my
maybe we can meet them though at the beach. Like,
yeah, if you want to meet here,
yeah.
sure. Yeah, so you guys head a half an hour that way, and then so it's like 7:30 in the morning, and then yeah, Toity, you want to go over and talk with Ohtli? Okay, cool. Do we want to just skip past all of the minutia of that and then just start with the scene with Ohtli coming to
Yeah, that's fine.
to meet you guys? Okay, cool. So you guys are in a like a jungle clearing next to the beach, and
So
y'all are waiting for Ohtli to arrive. I guess Toity's bringing Ohtli. That's probably the plan. So yeah.
Now you're casting tongues on him, right? So that way we can
Yes.
talk to him. Okay.
yes.
Okay, yeah. So Ohtli comes with Toity. The only thing is like this situation is gonna be me talking to myself, because it's a meeting between Ohtli and Miggy. So this might be interesting.
So
Um,
as soon as we arrive and get close, I get kind of like so everyone wait. I take the time. I pull out my little pyramid shape, and I take the time to cast tongues. I don't think it takes that long. I think it's just an action. So I just cast tongues real quick. Oh, I did not reset anything. Well, that'll work. I cast tongues pretty much. That's all that happens.
So you cast tongues on Ohtli, and then he walks over, and yeah, you all are waiting, and yeah, Miggy's there, and yeah, Miggy is looking very nervous.
Actually, what I probably do is I probably like cast tongues, and then I introduce Ohtli to Captain Miggy, and I introduce actually everyone because he hasn't learned any of their names except for mine.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. So we have this situation, right, where Ohtli is coming up. Miggy is looking very nervous. He is like shifting from one foot to the other. He is wringing his hands. He seems to be sweating a little bit more than normal. It is the jungle, but you know, more than normal. Yeah, he's trying to put on a brave face, but I think Ryan and Ari, you can both definitely tell that he's rather nervous about this whole
And
situation.
also, just to note, I do Wait, where is the I do probably introduce Miggy as his actual name of
Pepe
Captain
Miguel.
Miguel,
Right.
Captain Miguel Poncio.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, yeah. So here, let me, so everybody can get a visual of what is going on here. Let me drag you to this little situation. And let me make sure that everybody can see what's going on. There's no need
blurry.
for a light, right? So here we are. You guys can set yourself however you want to be this whole situation. Yeah, so Ohtli and Toity are like coming over this way. And
Probably like leading the way.
yeah, so Toity, you introduce everybody, right? You give everybody names. And I think Ohtli like nods respectfully towards everyone. And yeah, he speaks, and y'all hear him speak for the first time in your own language.
I probably say like right after I introduce him, like say, we only have an hour until the spell wears off, so let's not try and get onto too many rabbit trails. Let's try and stick to what's important.
Yeah, and I think what Ohtli says, he kind of smiles slightly, and you can, like, Ari and Raya, you can sense Miggy tense, because, like, I think you guys can kind of tell that Ohtli is smiling, like, genuinely, but Oatly's smile looks very terrifying
menacing,
because he's an ogre, right? And so he, like, kind of, like, smiles, like amusingly, right? Like he's amused by something, and he says, "Don't worry, Toity. There will be no rabbit trails. Only a couple of squirrel trails, I think."
Okay.
Right, because everybody
He
calls
calls
you guys
us squirrels.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'd like to put like my hand on like Captain Miggy's shoulder to like try to encourage him.
Okay.
Just, like give him like a little shake.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have bardic inspiration die.
Here, let's see. I want you to roll something, but I'm not sure what it would be.
Persuasion?
I mean, she's like,
Persuading him.
I
not to
guess.
use his hands.
I guess that's what it is. Like, I can't think of anything
Like,
else. It would
It
be.
might just be a
Charisma? I don't know.
charisma check.
Yeah, let's just do persuasion. I think that's probably what this is.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a 0 to persuasion, so. Oh no!
Awesome. Awesome. That's wonderful.
Oh my gosh! Of all the time.
So-
Of all the time.
Are you still a little hungover there? Just, it's okay. Stop it.
Yeah, maybe I like go to do that and I accidentally swat him or something.
Yeah, so maybe it's one of those things where, like, yeah, you maybe squeeze his shoulder like a little bit too hard, and he looks over at you, and I think he interprets this as you're nervous too, and so he gets more nervous, right?
Oh gosh.
Right? And so he like tries to like, but he's like, oh, okay, I gotta be brave for both of us now, I guess, like, but he's still
Have to
really,
be brave for
No.
both of us.
yeah. Like,
I'm just the worst.
it freaks him out more.
Starting off well. Starting off fantastic.
That's great. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah, so, I mean, Raya and, Toity, I think you're very aware of the social things happening in this situation right now. So, yeah.
So I'll just start like, Miguel, do not, like, just calm down. Ohtli here means no. Just calm down. We're trying to stop a fight, not start one.
Yeah, and he says, I'm completely calm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and, Ohtli kind of, like, gets a serious look on his face, and he says, Captain Miguel Poncio, I would like to request that we make a formal peace treaty between us, my hunting band, and your sailors. I do not wish to fight you, and I would like to help you, if possible, to be a mediator of sorts between you and my former clan. There has been a problem recently among them, and I fear that they are being led by malevolent forces to attack you.
He's very eloquent.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
So yeah, I think the thing is like I think Ohtli is like a little bit smarter. I mean, he throughout the roles we've done with him, it's been shown that Ohtli is a bit smarter than your average bear. Bear being ogre in this situation. And so yeah, I think like Oatly's not like a dummy. He's not a dummy.
He's smarter than your average bugbear.
Yeah, he's smarter than your average bugbear. Should have done that. That was the joke there. Yeah.
That's the name of this. That's the name of this part. Smarter than the average bugbear.
Except there's no bugbears here.
Yes.
Yeah, and
okay.
there's been plenty of blankets when we're flanking things.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. So Ohtli says that. And then I'm just gonna talk to myself, I guess. So Miggy says, I understand your concerns, Ohtli, but I fear that it is not as simple as that. There are problems in our own camp as well. If, as you know, there was an incident involving your hunting band and the sailors under my command, and that is not a thing that is lightly forgotten. When there has been death between people, between differing races, there can often be nothing but bloodshed. I regret to inform you of this, but I do hope that we can reach some sort of peaceful solution, but you have to understand when I am hesitant to just ally myself with you and your band. And yeah, anyone can, speak up at any time and say anything.
I totally think that Oatly should go to the whatever bad guy is kind of overseeing the ogres right now, and just bring his head on a silver platter to him as a peace offering.
I mean, yeah, you could send Oatly to die, I guess. That's a thing you could do.
I mean, because it's
I'd
literally
help
like
him.
him and 8 other ogres against, like, what, 20, 30?
Yeah, we
quite a
did
few.
stand a big chance against them ourselves. So.
Yeah, so I think Oatly... So they talk, right? I'm not going to, play out the whole conversation because it's literally just going to be about me talking to myself. So they talk, and so it comes down to the fact, right, where they're going to have to persuade... Oatly's going to have to persuade in this situation, I think. And so I think this is Oatly making the persuasion check because he is the person talking here. But Toity, if you want to interject with some things, right, you could give him advantage on this.
I would love to do that.
So what are you saying? What are you trying to... so that's the gist of the problem here, right, is that Miggy's not sure that that his sailors will be okay with working with these ogres because they were responsible for some of the deaths in the camp. And so there's going to have to be some sort of reconciliation, and nobody's sure what that should look like. So if
I'd probably go along the lines like we can work towards reconciliation with. We can work towards reconciliation. Oh, I should say something else. We can work towards reconciliation. Without these ogres, we have a lesser idea of what is even in these lands. With them, we already have a head start on all that we want to do in this area. We have natives who know what to look for and know what to avoid. They already warned us about the snake people, which we haven't gone back there for a reason. Are snake people right?
Lizard people.
Lizard people, but yeah.
Lizard and the snake people on
both of them.
on the mainland.
Oh yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, he said there are snake people on the mainland. And you've come across them a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. So he's already warned us about them. I mean, who knows what we haven't seen yet? Sure, we've been through the area, but
thank you for that foreshadowing, Toity.
I regret my words now. It's but I just go who knows what we haven't seen yet? Sure, we have seen a lot, but we've fallen through the ground and fell into a cave of whatever sort of beasts. Who knows what holes lie around still?
Literally and figuratively,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Sure,
okay. It's gonna be hard to make peace, but it'll be harder. It'll be hard to make peace, but it'll be harder to go through this world without peace.
Yeah. Okay, so so what's the suggestion? Does anyone have an idea of a concrete suggestion for how this band could reconcile with the sailors? Because as it's still unsure as to who attacked first. it's assumed, I think, at this point that Ohtli's band did not attack first, and they were just trying to like come to the camp and like warn you about something, but they couldn't like talk to anyone. So the sailors were drunk, and then they attacked the ogres, and then everything kind of hit the fan.
And I think that's kind of what I probably would come back to. Like our sailors were drunk. We're the ones who started this.
Right, but yeah. So what would be an idea for like a concrete way that they could be reconciled? That something could be done to make the sailors see what they did wrong, and something like that. That's what's kind of needed here. So.
I mean, I'm not going to put forth any suggestions because
you don't want this to go down.
I just think this is going to make it more complicated.
Yep.
It's just easier for us to kill everybody.
Yep.
I have calm emotions.
I mean, I'm not saying anything. Like, I just stands there.
So is that what you say, Toity? You're like,
Wait,
I have
no,
magic that can.
Wait, let me. Second. I need to look up the spell.
I mean, it almost seems like you need something either very formal or very informal to signify
That's
that
what I was-
attention. So like something informal being like a game that they can all take part in and say, okay, look, we're gonna be willing to share these cultures, and we're gonna be willing to look beyond what we've done, or something more formal.
You know what? I just had an idea. What about this? What
Thanksgiving.
about you have the ogres help fortify the camp?
Yes,
Right?
that would be great.
'Cause they're super
obviously very
strong.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, that would totally be a thing. Okay, so let's have
it's also
Ohtli.
exactly what we need right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's have Ohtli roll a persuasion here, and see how this goes.
With advantage because of me.
Yes, with advantage because of you.
Oh please.
Can you give him bardic inspiration?
That's what I was gonna ask.
you
Can
wanna
I
do
give
that?
him bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
I'll friggin' give him a bardic inspiration. I'll give him a
Good job.
D8. I want to make him really friggin' convincing.
Do it.
Okay, I counted it down.
Okay, cool. So
I would just roll the D8 right now because
yeah, go ahead and roll
he's
the
probably
D8.
going to use it no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No,
So
that's
I'm gonna go ahead and roll to 2d20, and then we'll take, because I don't have a thing on his sheet to roll persuasion. So
he's an ogre. He doesn't exactly use it
yeah.
often.
So I'll just add that to this roll. So
Well, usually persuasion for an ogre. Oh!
no, that's not. That's 16
yeah.
is the roll here.
16 plus 4, so 20.
No, so I
No.
rolled 2d20 because he was for
Oh.
advantage. So he takes the 10 and then adds the 6. So 16 is his roll.
And then adds the
plus
4.
the Bard of Inspiration.
No, I already added that in.
That's added with
Yep.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's in
Part
the
of the
6.
+6.
Yeah, he has a +2 to his charisma
Six-
and then a 6 or a 4. to it.
16 still isn't bad. 16 still isn't bad.
Yeah. So I think what ends up happening is it's a very tentative acceptance on Miggy's part, right? He's like, I'm willing to give this a shot, but like there needs to be some stipulations here, right? Like the ogres are not allowed in the camp, right? They can help outside, like with the walls, but they are never allowed in the camp, at least until we can figure out this reconciliation. And then I think yeah, I'm trying to think of other stipulations that he might ask for.
No weapons. They aren't allowed to have weapons near the camp.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so keep their weapons out, like at their own camp outside of your guys' palisade. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably okay for now, and then hopefully people can be there to deal with any other issues that might arise. But I think, yeah, that's just Miggy's stipulations for now. But again, he seems very nervous. He seems very tentative about this whole thing, and it still feels like it's not really a victory for any of you. Like Toity, you feel like this could fall apart at any second. So yeah, it's a little bit of a tentative, tense.
I
sort of
mean,
thing.
honestly, this agreement probably sounds the best to me because I'm like, well, we can use them to help fortify, and then we can just kill them, and then our fortifications are done
Raya.
faster. This is
Yeah.
perfect.
If this actually goes down, I think Raya might be changing her alignment sometime soon. But yeah, so
To chaotic evil?
I mean, I don't know. Like, it just seems like a very horrible thing to do to people.
It's very just like utilitarian. We'll use them, and then once everybody else comes and we need to do our job, then we're gonna do our job.
Is
Are
it
you-
you
Are you true neutral right now?
I'm chaotic neutral.
You're chaotic neutral?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what would you
It
change
does
it
sound
to?
kind of
Chaotic evil?
neutral.
It does sound okay.
Like,
yeah,
it's not chaotic evil. I'm
I was
not
under the
saying,
impression that you were
let's just
true
kill
neutral.
everybody because I love killing people. It's let's kill everybody because that's what we're here for.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a difference.
All right. All right. Yeah, so that's a thing. Yeah, I think Ohtli agrees, and he says, "Thank you, Captain. I will not fail you. My brethren will be helpful, and we will restrain ourselves as much as possible. You will not find any problem with us. I hope that we can say the same of your men." And
I hope we can say the same of our men too.
yeah, and Miggy nods. He's like, "I hope this works out, Ohtli. Your knowledge of the area and your help with the fortifications would be most valuable. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll move on from there." And
What time is it right now?
It is like, I don't
Like
know, 8 or
8
9 in the
a.m.
morning. Yeah.
Okay. Because then I'll say, like, we need to set up a plan of when they're gonna start coming so we can have time to let all of our sailors know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As we're leaving, I have some. As Ohtli is leaving, I do have some things to say to him.
Right. So, well, let's figure this out. When are they gonna come to do this then?
Noonish, maybe? I don't know.
Like today?
I mean,
Why not?
might want to give the sailors like a day to like digest this.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, the only thing is, I mean, Toity doesn't know this, but Navarro's getting here on the 28th, and that would be interesting. Like, you would probably want to have the ogres get there before Navarro gets there, because otherwise, a lot of stuff is going to be happening at the same time, and it might go much worse.
Then let's just say later this evening.
Yeah, that might be a good bet.
So I mean, I would say like this afternoon to evening, so maybe like 3 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So yeah, I think Miggy holds out his hand, and Ohtli doesn't understand what he's doing.
We shake hands where we come from. It's to show non-aggression.
Yeah. So I think what Ohtli does is he reaches out his hand, not to grab Miggy's hand, but just like out, and then just shakes his hand. Right? He's like this.
Classic Ohtli.
Someone's been watching too much Burn Gully.
That's what that movie's called. I haven't seen that in forever.
It's not called that, but it's something like that.
Is anyone correct, Ohtli, or?
I probably would like reach up, like try no, like, and I'd like try and grab his hands, like.
Yeah, so there's this like awkward like handshake where Ohtli understands. He's like, "This is not shaking at all."
It's what we call it. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I am honored to grasp hands with you, Captain.
You know, it's pretty sad that Miggy's first date wasn't even a human.
So yeah, you guys head out. And
but I probably walk back with Ohtli for a little bit.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
So Ohtli.
Yes.
Ohtli, thank you for this. I'm very glad we were able to think of at least something.
Of course. I am glad that it might work out.
I hope it goes well. I just have one thing to say. For starters, this magic I am using right now, I can only use it one more time today, and it'll only last for another hour. I do have a way to understand you and your people. What is it? You and your brethren. So if there is a problem, please have them come to me, because I don't want more bad things to happen.
Yeah.
But I think. I mean no ill will when I say this, but I think you understand. If this goes wrong, I have nothing. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, he nods and he says, "I appreciate everything you've done, Toity. I will trust you as the mediator for your people, as long as you trust me to be the mediator for mine."
I will trust you. I just hope that nothing happens
to betray it to betray either of our trusts.
I hope so as well.
And with that, I'll head back to
Fort
the.
on the hill.
What?
Yeah.
Betrayal at Fort on the Hill.
with that, I'll kind of head out back towards everyone else because I don't.
Oh man, now I'm thinking of like a board game version of Terra Nullius with this whole thing, like hex exploration and like camp building. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So what's next on the agenda, guys? Do we want to like? Are you guys sticking around to watch over this and make sure it goes well? Raya, you had a thing. You were gonna go meet Ohua again. When is that? Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit of a distance off. So
I would probably take time.
I mean, if it's a distance off, then let me see.
Right. It's right here.
It's about half a day's journey, I think. That's what it is.
Yeah. Let me.
It might be good to have.
I know
right
where it
here.
is. Yeah,
Okay.
it's right there. Right there.
So
Yeah,
from
so-
the camp, it's 10 miles and
1, 2, 3, 4,
So these
5,
is 2
6
miles across.
hexes. So it's 3 hours travel.
Good, it's
Guys,
only 5 hexes away, so it's like it's like half a day's travel, if that.
4, 5, 6.
It might be good to head out
Yeah.
early then.
Yeah, so I would say like if we're all okay with it,
We'll head out in
instead
the
of
morning,
going,
but the
yeah,
thing
we'll
is
just head
that
out.
will
first.
Toity come with us because he's kind of got to be there with the ogre.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the ogres.
I mean, I'm gonna go no matter what.
It'll be like me and Raya then, because I have to go with Raya no matter what.
Well, so this is the thing, right? Like, if you're meeting them tomorrow, right? It could be like she didn't say any like she didn't give you a time frame for tomorrow for that day, right?
Yeah.
It's just that
No,
day.
she
So
just
you
said
could stick
3
around
days later.
long enough to get the transition going with the ogres and then head out, and you'd still probably get there fine.
Assuming we don't run into anything on our way there.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather head out early. I mean, the ogres are supposed to come today.
Right.
That's the thing. So they would have already been at the camp for like a day before we leave.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's all
yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, you just mean early tomorrow.
Right.
Leaving. Okay, got it. Yeah. All right, I was just asking about time frames. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think we see Miggy go before. So I think I'm gonna have Miggy roll a persuasion check here. To see.
Can I do it?
Oh
Can
yeah,
I
if
do
you
it?
want to be the person to tell everybody, yeah, sure. Like I think we see Miggy getting ready to like he's gathering everybody together, right? Getting all the sailors together, and he's about to like you can see him preparing for this. He hasn't thought to ask you.
And I would say, you know what? I'll do this because anything to make us go smooth. I say, Miguel, let me take care of this, please.
Can I say
Mm-hmm.
that since Captain Miggy is like, if he lets Toity do it, he's like maybe assisting in a way because he's like giving Toity the stage to talk to his people, and he's like, all right, listen to him. So
Actually,
have advantage.
I mean, yeah, it
Are you
depends
just
on
gonna use your rod of rulership?
I don't think I'm going that far.
Well, so this is the thing, right? Like, the thing with Miggy in this situation is, I think what happens is when Toity says that, you see Miggy just visibly like deflate, like of tension, and he just books it. Like he's just like, that sounds great, and then he just goes to his tent. Like he is under so much stress right now, he just does not want to deal with this, and so he just leaves. He's like, I'm totally fine with Toity, you taking this. Like I'm done. Like this has been a day.
And I'll just turn to the guy up. So I'll just look to everyone.
He probably still has a hangover from yesterday too. So
do I have like
Toity,
any
do you have
bonus for this now?
inspiration?
I do have inspiration. I'll probably use it. So I'll probably look out in the crowd of people. I probably actually can't see very far. Am I like on a platform or something?
well, here let's go to the
Where am I exactly?
camp map. So you, oops. You're probably like over here.
Where? Oh, right there. Okay.
Yeah, you're probably like over here, and like the sailors are like over here by their tents.
So what I'll probably do is I'll probably come over here and climb up on this box right here, this stack of boxes, so they can see me better.
Yeah.
Or is that a platform right there to the right?
That is the palisade. That's like the wall.
Oh, it's a wall. Okay, never mind.
I mean, this is
So I'll
like
just
a
stay-
guardhouse, so you could stand up there. That's the thing you could do.
Oh, I'll stand on top of the guardhouse then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now do I have?
So you know what, Toity? I think what happens, you have your rod of rulership like on you. Yeah, I think what happens is an unknown feature of your rod of rulership comes into play at this moment.
Ooh.
And let me find this.
The rod rules you.
No, please, no.
No, it's a
We
good
already
thing.
have one thing like that. We
It's
don't
a
need
good
too
thing.
much.
It's a good thing. Sorry, I'm trying to pull this up.
We already have one character who's controlled by a magic item.
Yeah.
And another that's controlled by a magic ancestor.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not your rod of rulership. It's your cape.
Cloak.
Your
Okay.
colorful cape of fire genasi kind. Basically, we see you like stand up there, right? And you're like looking in your like magic repertoire, right, for like something to like make your voice louder or something. But then like you're muttering to yourself, and you just say something like, "Oh, what would work for this?" And then like all of the sailors like look up, and you've just like whispered this to yourself, but like everyone can suddenly hear you. Your voice just like carries throughout the entire camp.
Yes, I do get a booming voice.
Yeah, so basically in terms of mechanics, the bearer can use an action to cause his voice to carry clearly for up to 300 feet until the end of the bearer's next turn. So as long as you just keep using that action every turn, like that's a thing you can totally do.
So I can use an action to make my voice carry 300 feet?
Up to 300 feet until the end of the bearer's next turn.
I'm writing this down.
Yeah.
Turn. Okay. So I was like, okay. So I'll clear my throat. Say, okay, listen up. I know we are in the process currently of fortifying the what is this called, the base camp? We're in the process of fortifying this base camp, and at the rate we're going, it's going to take quite some time. So we are getting some help. Now I know what happened last time we had some ogres in the area, but this time it's going to go differently. Now, I'm not here and I don't know what would happen, but I know alcohol was involved. So we are going to
Some sailors start muttering to each other.
We are going to be cordial to our new friends. They mean us no harm, and we should mean them no harm. They are going to help us through this time and make sure we are safe from anything that might come by us. There are worse things.
What's gonna keep us safe from them?
There are worse things out there than ogres, me included.
So are you trying to intimidate them now?
I don't know what that was actually. I just kind of said it as
Yeah,
a
it's just
response.
a snip. Yeah.
You have nothing to fear from the ogres unless you give them a reason. Let's just keep it calm and cordial, and things should go clearly. We've met with their leader, and Ohtli also means us no harm, as we should mean them no harm. So they are going to come, they are going to help us, and we are going to accept it.
And also, you might mention that they're going to remain outside the camp.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. They will remain outside the camp. They will not have weapons. If something comes up, bring it up with me, not them.
They can't speak our language.
Yeah, they cannot speak our language. I can understand them. So, let's go through this. They're coming later this evening. Let's go through it peaceably.
If not, there will be more consequences than I think any of us can understand.
I almost feel like it would be fitting for Toity to make the point that if they can get along with me and they don't want to kill me,
That's actually a good point. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't want to steal that thunder though. That's a good one though. I probably wouldn't say that because I don't think of myself as that bad.
Mm.
no, but the rest of the people are like,
They might think that. That's
might.
true. Do I need to make any roll?
Yes.
What kind of roll do I
You will
need to
definitely need to make a persuasion roll. Yeah.
make? Persuasion.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
I'm using my inspiration totally. Persuasion +10. Help me.
Yay!
Woo! An
Yeah, I
unnatural
think-
20, but an unnatural 20. nonetheless.
Yeah, you didn't roll that well. Good thing you have.
You rolled
really
completely
good
average.
modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it works for now, right? Like, there's definitely some grumbling and like some people who are like, no, I don't like this idea at all. But like, they're all going along with it. There's no one like visibly like who's gonna like betray that order, right? So
And I say, as I can see this, I'm like, okay, now get back to work. And as they turn around, it's going, ugh.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
and
goodness.
they
Did
all
you have
go
heard
back
that?
to their tents.
Yeah, that's a good question. Did Miggy hear that?
Miggy is drinking in his tent right now.
I thought so.
So he's like drunk and a bit hungover and just like stressed, and now he's gonna go resolve his problems with more alcohol.
Yep.
That's how you
It's
solve
a
a
vicious cycle.
That's how you solve a hangover. More
God.
drinking.
He's
Yeah.
gonna turn into a drunk, isn't he?
Turn into.
He hasn't been a drunk. He's just been a
He
drinker.
has not been a drunk.
It's just funny to say.
Yeah, cool. So it seems to work for now. And I guess we see in the afternoon. We see the ogres come over, and it's one of those situations where like it's definitely tense. But yeah, we get the situation
there's plenty
where
of them.
what?
There's plenty of tents.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Wow.
As I see them approaching, as I gain time, I would have cast comprehend languages so I can understand them.
Yeah. So I mean, we see like a montage, right, of like them like starting to get situated. They're like maybe Toity or relaying the information from like the taskmasters, like what needs to be done. Yeah, it's definitely tense at first, but I think after a while, especially when like some of like the taskmasters realize like how valuable these people might like the ogres might be in lifting things. Yeah, they start to like get into this rhythm where like they kind of make a system of words so the taskmasters can communicate right with the ogres and basically just tell them like simple commands of what they want to do, what they want them to do. And you're helping facilitate this, I think. So how about you make another persuasion roll, just to see, just in general, how amiable they end up being with each other.
Oh.
Would that be persuasion or just a charisma roll?
I mean, persuasion. So I mean, it's like persuasion is based on charisma. So like, he's ultimately making a charisma roll, but like, yeah, I'm fine.
So
with
is
letting
there
him
is
get
there
the
anything
bonus.
about Toity that he might reveal to his advantage?
Well, so this is the thing. I mean, if you want to use calm emotions,
That
is,
actually. Well, okay. Yeah, let me pull up calm emotions again because I just want to make sure.
right, because if you
Okay.
do
We'll have to use
that,
a wisdom save.
okay,
No, they have to make wisdom save. But the other thing is they can become hostile afterwards. If,
right. So yeah,
Right.
you might not want to risk it, but it's up to you.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Let me read it.
Also,
pretty-
question.
When the spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes, provided. Wait, no. When the spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again. It says hostile again. If they weren't hostile but again, would they become hostile? That's my question.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, they'll go back to whatever they
No.
were, right? So tense.
Oh, it only lasts a minute. This is not worth it. Never mind.
It lasts only a minute.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's why it was really important that whenever we did it with the fire
Yeah.
genasi,
That we got, no with the other ogres. That's why I was like, okay,
Yeah.
we need to get out now.
Well, I was thinking you did it too with the fire genasi when there was that whole army and
That
you
whole
used it.
group, yeah.
And then in that 1 minute, the leader was able to talk him down.
Right. Now I remember that.
Question, Caleb. Based on how fast the ogres are working, like this first day, would I be able to make some sort of estimate of how long that they'll be here?
The ogres?
The fortifications? Yeah.
I'll have to make a roll, and then we can figure that out, yeah.
So do I roll persuasion then?
Yeah, go and roll persuasion.
Wait,
You
I
can
pressed it.
do it!
Did I press it?
I don't think so.
Well, I pressed. Oh, maybe it's. I'm not used to this laptop, so maybe I didn't actually press it.
Yeah,
Okay,
getting
a little
better.
better.
Yeah, so
little better.
it goes how I described, and then eventually, we get into this mode where I think the task, like, it's not like they're all friends now, right? Like, obviously not, but like, I think there's a moment that you see, Toity, as you're like watching this unfold, and anyone who happens to be watching this whole situation. There's a moment like where we see a montage, right, of the ogres helping out with his fortifications, and we see a moment where like the taskmasters like are looking at, like one of the taskmasters is looking at the way that the ogres are doing it and how like they're serious and they're just like doing their job and helping out. And I think at one point like you sense like you see a moment where one of the taskmasters looks at one of the ogres and like he's just like put a big log into place, right? And the taskmaster kind of like smiles at him and says like, good job. And I mean the ogre doesn't understand him, but the ogre just kind of like does like this, and then they just keep working, right? But it's like that moment where you can see, all right, like they're this is working,
They're
right?
bonding.
Yeah. So I'll roll for them and we'll see how.
Only a couple 100 years, and then we'll have access to half ogres.
Oh, no. Oh no. Don't want to think about that.
My gosh.
Okay, cool. So
That'd
let's.
be an interesting race to play as.
I mean, yeah. Like if we did a sequel campaign to Terra Nullius in the future when this has all become a thing, like yeah, maybe half ogres are a playable race.
Like during the Revolutionary period.
Dude.
It'll be fun.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll a strength check for them. Nice.
Oh,
They got a
there you go.
20. So
Much better than that second one.
So, I mean, to get the fortifications actually complete, it's still going to be a bit. I mean, you guys are at 3 out of 10 on the clock right now. But let me see what we can knock down here.
Let me see what deal I can really get for you guys. Let me go talk with my manager.
Yep. So we're at 3 out of 10. Let's see. I mean, how long has it taken to get that far? How long has it been since base camp was here?
It's been a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I feel like you said that each day is one counter. I don't feel like we've been doing the counter.
I don't think we've been doing the counters.
I mean, we
when we've
haven't.
been
Yeah,
out
it hasn't been.
exploring.
I don't think I ever said is going to be 1 day per counter. It was just like, I think, it was just kind of based on roles and like what was happening, like to help and stuff.
You said 1 day per counter.
Did I? Did you just watch an episode that I said that?
No, but I'm so positive. I
don't think I
back
said
and
that.
watch it. Yes, I'm so positive you did.
I don't think I did.
If we need
Emily,
to.
where's your notes?
I'm looking to see if I wrote it down, but I probably didn't.
I will say, Caleb, that does sound vaguely familiar, but it could be like we might be misremembering the context too, and we might have been mishearing or something.
Yeah. So let's make a deal then, and let's say this.
Deal.
Let's say that by the end of November they will finish with this. So it's the 25th
With the ogres.
right now. Yeah, the ogres.
You know what? I'm fine with that, but wait, no, that's I don't know that I'm fine with that. Never mind.
Would I be able to, like, tell that that's how long it's gonna be?
Yeah, I mean, you make a.
Can you just ask the task manager?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could just ask if you want to know. Yeah,
Sure.
Like, well, what does this look like? It's gonna be.
I'll
You
go
should
ask
probably be able to
the
figure it out pretty well.
taskmaster and say, so with their help, how long do you think this is gonna take to finish?
Well, the buggers are strong, so I think about by the end of the month we should have a good handle on the palisade. Only a few
Okay.
days after Lo Navarro arrives, I'm sure.
Do I hear
Excellent.
No, you're not anywhere nearby.
this? Dang it!
You and your men are doing some good work.
Thank you, man.
I just kind of walk.
Okay,
away.
yeah, and we'll never see that character again.
Yeah, and I want to
Or
go
will
talk
we?
to Miggy real quick.
Okay, he's in his tent.
Okay,
Getting crunk.
here we go. Okay, so I go to his tent.
Yeah, so I think he's not
Uh,
drinking at this point. I think he is reading a romance novel, a different one.
What's it called?
Gosh, I got. Give me a second.
Theory, pull up a romance novel generator.
Random romance.
Say, wasn't Calvita supposed to go and talk with the captain about
They already
rewriting?
did. Yeah,
the
they were
book?
already having a book club.
No, but they were supposed to like rewrite the novel together today.
That was a thing, wasn't it?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He's too
Oh.
tired right
Is
now. If
Calvitas,
he
you're
couldn't-
sleeping still?
He's probably just laying in his tent, like maybe just kind of, I don't know, maybe he found a whetstone and he's sharpening the Maka wheel a little bit.
Yeah. I think the novel is called The Summer, or the Summer Ruby. And it has I mean, it doesn't have an illustration. I was gonna describe a cheesy romance novel cover, but this is literally the Middle Ages, so not a thing.
Is it spelled RWBY?
No.
Okay, so I like kind of peek my head in and say, "Hey, Captain Miggy, can I talk for a second?"
Oh yes, of course. You can like close the book and sets it down. Do you know where Calvitas or do you know where Darius is? I've been looking for him. We were going to discuss the book today.
I don't know. I guess he's still in his tent.
Well, if you see him, send him my way.
Okay, you can also look at his tent once we're done talking.
I
but
did. He wasn't there.
Okay. So I was talking to the taskmaster, and it seems like the ogres will help get all the fortifications done at the end of this month.
Good. That's good.
I mean, it's good, but Lord Navarro is going to be here in 3 days.
Right.
How do you think he's going to feel if there's ogres here working?
Well, you have the magic that you can speak with him, right? I think it might be prudent to warn him.
What do you want me to tell him?
We have enlisted some natives to help with the fortifications. They want to help us against their like more violent brethren, I guess. Like, he's going to know that they're ogres as soon as he gets here, right? He's going to understand that these are the people that he's being called to deal with. So I imagine just being upfront with it is the best bet we have. Otherwise, he's going to get here and think we're under attack
By the
by
way,
ogres.
Lord Navarro, those people that we had you coming over and sending a whole army to kill,
Here they
we're friends
are.
with them now.
Yeah.
We didn't say come over here to kill the ogres. We said we want the lizard folk dead.
I think the ogres were also mentioned. It was just kind of mentioned that there was a bunch of people that they wanted attacked.
There are ogres and lizards and daddy, come kill it!
Yep, exactly. There's an ogre under my palisade.
Okay. Captain Miggy, does this sound like a good message to send to Lord Navarro? We've enlisted some natives to help with fortifications and seeking safety from more violent brethren. Do not attack on sight of camp.
Yeah, so he's like going into his liquor closet again, and you can see that it's remarkably empty. And he takes like a bottle of wine out of it, one of the last like bottles he has, and he starts like pouring a glass for himself, and he looks over and he says, "I think that's probably the best we can do."
Should I also add for them to bring more alcohol? It seems like you're running a little low.
Yeah, he flushes, but whether it's because he just took a drink of alcohol or embarrassment, it's unsure. Yeah, he says, "Sure, whatever." Then he goes back to setting pops open his romance novel again.
The last words, bring more booze.
Yeah.
P.S. Bring more booze.
It's a party up in here.
P.S. Bring the Migs more booze.
Look, I don't have that many words left.
Bring alcohol.
I just say, so I do that whole, so I'll send it to do a sending message, whatever, to Lord Navarro and say all that. And then at the end also add Miguel wants alcohol.
Man, that makes him sound so petty. That's awesome.
I mean, I only had 3 words left. I
Yeah,
had to,
yeah.
and I didn't want to just say bring more booze.
Right.
I
Bring
haven't
more
really been
booze.
drinking any.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I say what I said
Yeah, sure.
and send that.
Yeah.
I'll request booze.
And then Navarro says back, understood. I will be there. It looks like we'll be on schedule. Make sure that Captain Poncio is prepared for my arrival, and that Toity is where he should be.
Okay, so I'm still in the tent with Miggy, so I just tell him that he's still on schedule, be prepared for his arrival. And then on the morning that he should be coming, we need to make sure Toity's at camp.
Yeah, and
But don't tell Toity.
right. Miggy's
Doesn't
nodding.
need to know
Yeah.
when he's coming.
That's right. Do I know? I still
Nope,
don't know
you
he's
still don't
coming.
know.
That's right.
Well, you know he's coming. You just don't know when.
Oh, okay. So I at least know he's coming.
Yes.
That's the thing I wanted to be sure of.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure when.
And so he's like nodding distractedly as you're like saying this, like kind of flipping through the novel. Oh, and there's like a long pause.
Okay.
Do you say anything or do anything?
Does he seem like he's like taking in what I'm saying to him?
Yeah, it seems like he understood. And there's like, yeah, there's a pause for a little while, and then he looks up at you and he says, question for you, Raya. Do you think I'm...
No.
It's not actually what you think. It's not actually what you think. He says, do you think I'm doing a good job?
That's a very broad question.
At being in charge here.
I mean, what do you mean a good job? I mean, most everyone is still alive. We're making a camp.
What
I
am
don't
I
know
doing
what
wrong?
to you. I don't know what to you quantifies as a good job here as a leader.
Yeah, and I think he starts like thinking about that. He's like, it's true. How many have died? But I feel like it wasn't really because of me, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Sorry, Ryan. I know I'm bothering you. Just go ahead. You're dismissed.
I mean, you're not bothering me. You're just okay. I'll tell Darius to come find you if I see him.
Thanks.
And I walk back out.
Sure. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you guys gonna head out to go meet with Ahua?
They are.
I mean, it's still the same day.
Right, but I mean, is there anything else
Yeah.
that anyone wants to do before that happens?
I'd love it if everybody else wants to talk to Darius with me.
Yeah, I think that's what we agreed on. So
Right, so you want to have an intervention?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell him to go talk to Miggy.
Probably at the end, we don't have to actually do this, but at the end of the day, I'd probably like go to Ohtli and like use my last languages spell just to talk to him, see how the things went and everything.
Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. So, where does this intervention happen? Just in his tent?
Well,
where's-
first I would want to find Ari and Toity and tell them like what I'm thinking that we should go do, just to talk to Darius.
Right, so we just
now.
see them somewhere in the base camp.
I know where Darius is right now.
Yeah, so I just find them and
Shabalba.
and
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I just say, you know what, like, let's just go talk to him, see what's up. Like, maybe it's just magic and we're just over interpreting this, but maybe there is really something wrong. So let's go find out.
So where do they find Darius?
Or Calvitas.
Darius is sitting on a stump, kind of a little bit away from camp.
Okay.
But like from one of the trees that maybe like earlier on they had chopped down the.
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah. So you're like
He's
outside
sitting
of
on a
camp over
stump
here.
and he's been sharpening, like he has a whetstone. He's been sharpening his spears and he's been practicing throwing his spears at a nearby tree.
Okay. Your
And has got
javelins.
his Makaweedle and shield nearby.
Sure.
And he's just kind of doing that, facing away from camp, so he wouldn't see if someone would come up behind him from camp.
Got it.
That works. Hey.
So yeah, you guys see him sitting on a stump.
Hey, Darius.
He just keeps, like, he just doesn't say anything. He just keeps sharpening and, like, getting his aim down just right and keep sharpening.
Can you put down the sharp objects for a second?
And then he stops. He's like, and he takes it and he throws it right at the stump. Or he throws it at the thing he's been practicing on.
Mm-hmm.
May I help you? Are there things to kill? Are we going somewhere?
Not this second. Actually, we were coming to talk to you. We're just kind of worried about you.
You haven't quite been yourself, Darius.
Who have I been?
Yeah,
That's the
see, it's
question.
things like that that make us confused. Because that just doesn't sound like something you'd say.
Darius, tell me the truth. How did you learn how to read so fast?
Yeah, so like this is the thing, Calvitas. This is like the moment where you get that pit in your stomach, right? And you're like, oh no. Like, wait a second. Are they catching on?
I think under his breath he's like, where's the raiding party when you need one?
And I just kind of like reach my hand out to kind of like touch his, like, are you sitting down, Darius? Calvitas?
Yeah, he's like sitting on a stump and he's been sharpening.
Yeah, so I just want to like touch your knee, just kind of being like, I'm worried about you. That kind of like hand on, or maybe on your shoulder. If you're sitting down, you're gonna be shorter. So I kind of put my hand on your shoulder when I'm talking to you, and I cast remove curse to see if like something's going on with you because you've been acting weird.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, so this isn't a curse exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying what I've
right,
been doing.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man,
nothing
it would have been
happens.
interesting if we had like defined it as that before this, and then you just removed it. But yeah, I mean, this is basically right. Like Darius died, and the only soul that was left over in Calvitas's or in Darius's body took over. So yeah, you cast remove curse. And Calvitas, I mean, you feel magic wash over you, but nothing happens.
Did you just magic me?
I was trying to make sure that everything was okay with you.
Well, I don't feel any different, so good job. I'm pretty sure I'm okay. And he like gently takes her hand and just kind of lifts it off and like drops it.
Okay, but really, like, did you always know how to read? Was all of this like it? I'm just confused, and you've been acting differently.
You know, when I was a kid, I didn't have much of a chance to learn how to read, but I had just a little bit. And I think our time together with you tutoring me helped me to remember and recollect some of the things that I've already learned.
I want to roll insight.
You want to roll a deception check on that, Calvitas?
Because I'm about to check you.
Insight.
Would Ari be able to roll that with advantage because she knows about him and would know if that story's true? maybe.
Well, I mean, she doesn't know anything about him before he came to
Okay.
learn
I was
Varro's
just wondering.
Mansion. Yeah.
Jordan, roll that
Oh, not
deception.
necessarily. We got to see what we got to beat.
Please, I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's like a nat 1.
That's
Is that
gonna be
deception?
fun.
Yeah, deception. Yep. I mean, do you want to try to tell us something about Calvita so you can get inspiration if you want to, or
I think he already has inspiration.
do you have inspiration?
I do. I'll go and use
Yeah,
it.
you want to use it? Yeah. I mean, I feel this is where Calvitas would want to use that.
It didn't. Why didn't it roll? I told you to roll, but you didn't roll. They see me rolling. Deception.
Here it is.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you got a 12.
You gotta beat a 12.
All right, here we go.
Oh, booyah!
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Tweety-
I didn't beat it.
Cody beats a 12.
And
Raya beats a
Woo!
12.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's only Ari. So Ari, you're just like, okay, that makes sense. And then you like look over and Raya and Toy are like, bullcrap.
Yeah, see where I come from, Darius. We have a word for that. It's called bubkiss.
Yeah. It's called Corn Blossom.
Okay, so question
sounds delicious.
for you, Jordan.
okay.
How much was Calvitas like aware of when he was just in Darius's body? What did he only like come out when he was?
Or was he like witness to everything that happened?
Basically, Calvitas has been like a whisper over his shoulder, and he's witnessed Darius's whole life, and he's
Okay.
been there watching.
Yeah, that's why you can play him so well.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask something to like that a private conversation between me and Darius. So we've had in this campaign because I know I just watched it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you could definitely totally do that, right? If you see Raya and Toity like not like believing this, you can be like, "Hey, Darius, do you remember this one conversation we had?" It's totally
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to be like, Darius, what's the reason you came on this exploration?
You asked me to. Right? Why?
But
Sudden...
why did you come? Why did you want to come? Yes, I asked you to, but why?
So there's a couple ways we could do this. We could have Jordan try to remember.
No. I remember.
Do you remember? Okay.
Yeah.
Does Calvitas remember, or do you want to like make this a roll, or what?
Here's my thing. She's asking for Darius's internal like
Motivation.
his internal.
No, I'm asking because you gave me the reason. If you want, I'll tell you. I'll refresh your memory, and you can tell me whether or not Calvitas
to protect. Oh, because he didn't have friends, right?
to protect me was the
Protect
reason. You not to protect anybody else, to protect me.
Okay, yeah, right.
So that's what I'm wondering is. So Darius obviously would remember that, but would Calvitas necessarily?
Yeah, and I guess my question is, like, did he state that out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, if she knows it, he stated it out loud.
Yeah, that's true. So I
I
guess
mean, that's the only reason I would know.
Right. So Jordan, if we want to, we can make this a roll, right, for Calvitas
Yeah.
to try to remember, right?
Yeah.
Or you can just say that he does, because it's totally up to you.
No, I think I'd like to make it a roll.
Yeah.
Because I think it's totally possible that he was just like, yeah, whatever, kid.
Right. So let's have you make an intelligence save. You can set the DC. Totally up to you.
I mean, I think if it's over a 10, then he makes it. If it's under
Yeah,
a 10,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Which, I mean, intelligence is -1, so.
So it is against you. Yep.
Oh.
So you don't remember.
Okay.
So we get this moment where like Calvitas is like, oh crap, oh no, I don't, oh no.
Time to make something up.
I'm just trying to think of how I'm gonna roleplay this though.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because I was bored and didn't have anything better to do. And the idea of taking a new land and conquering sounded fantastic.
That is so totally a Calvinus answer too.
I draw my crossbow at you
You mean your longbow?
and say, my longbow. Gosh dang it.
You've done
again.
that so many times.
I've done these so
it's
many times.
hilarious.
This intense moment, I say, who the hell are you? And I'm just,
wanna
ready to shoot.
Kick away any like sharp objects that he was sharpening near the ground by him and like
I
take
pick-
them out of his reach.
I pick up a stone.
So is this a combat?
I don't know.
Is that what this is?
I mean, I'm not going to shoot. I just ask him the question.
I mean, right, I'm asking Jordan, is this a combat?
Did they kick away my Makaweedle, or is my Makaweedle and shield like still?
I mean, if it was on the ground, I was kicking away whatever was on the ground. If you were holding it, then obviously it didn't do anything to it. But
I mean, okay, so the Makaweedle would be like stationed on the other side of me, like leaning up against the stump that I'm on, and the shield would be on my back.
So I mean, yeah, from where Raya is, it sounds like she could kick it away.
Well, it would be on the yeah,
I mean,
it would be on
it
the
might be a
other side, the
roll.
other side. Yeah.
It might be a roll if Raya. Let's do that. Let's do it that way. So Raya, you're gonna try to kick this away. Let's just have you guys make dexterity checks.
no.
Wait, you guys? Oh,
Raya and Calvitus, yeah, just to see who gets to it first.
Ooh, okay. Do I want to use my inspiration?
Probably.
Might be a good time.
You said dexterity?
Yeah.
Dexterity checks, not saves.
It doesn't really matter for me. Okay.
Oh, you got a 6.
you don't have much to beat, so.
I mean, I'm gonna use my inspiration because I was gonna do it before he rolled. So.
And it's a good
Oh,
thing you
wow.
did.
You both fumble towards it, I guess.
Yeah, so Raya, you managed to kick it away before he grabs it.
What? Wait, huh?
She used inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Answer her question. Who are you?
And he
You're
like,
not Darius.
and he stands up and says, "What are you talking about?" Who
Yeah,
else would I be?
I'm Darius.
And he
You
like
are
starts
not
slowly
Darius.
backing away. Like, okay? What is this like trees behind me,
Yep.
Caleb?
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
want to like.
Back away
oh.
one more time and I shoot.
Actually, as I see him start backing away, wait, do I have it? Oh, I thought I had hold person, but I don't.
I mean, you have the rod of rulership.
That is a good. You know what? I'm totally doing that.
Mhm.
I'm pulling out my rod of rulership.
Yeah. So, cool. So Toity, you take out this snake rod, right? And I think we basically see this is totally Jafar's staff from Aladdin. Like, this is exactly what this is, right? So you point it at him, and the eyes glow red, right? And then, yeah.
Wait, can I decide if I want to only do certain people?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I believe
so I
so.
just want to do him.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Aw, Toity doesn't feel the need to charm us. Sorry.
So
Aw, how
charming.
nice.
Aw,
I
he
don't
trusts
need to.
us.
Yeah, cool. So, let's see. What is it? Is it it's a will
Each
save?
target must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed
Wisdom
by you for 8 hours. And I have cutting words. He is not making this save.
All right, Calvitus, make that wisdom save.
Wisdom save? Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not an intelligence save.
It's true.
Watch him get a nat 20.
That would be funny.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna use cutting words once.
So what does this do again?
I'll read it out just to make sure I'm using it right. Actually, you learn how to use your wit to distract, confuse, or otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. When a creature that you see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a damage roll, you can use your reaction to expend
Yes,
one of
that's
your.
a save.
Yep. So I can use at least one time. Try and make him
No,
fail
that's
this.
what I'm saying. Is he rolled a save? That's not on the list.
Oh, it's not
of
a save?
things.
I don't think that's on the list.
Is As an ability check not count as a save?
No, they're different. Yeah.
No.
Ability check is
okay, I thought they were
ability
just-
check is anytime you roll like a check or like a strength check or
Gotcha.
whatever, or a skill.
I'm thinking of something else because I remember there was one where we determined it didn't count. I don't remember
Yeah.
what it was, though.
It sounds familiar, but yeah, it doesn't look like you can use it here.
Well, my round of rulership didn't work.
Yeah, so Calvitas, you definitely felt like a pressure on your mind. So basically, it felt to you as if like there was like a sibilant whispering in your mind, right? Like a snake, and it was like, and you just like yelled at it in your mind, and it like went away, right?
Nobody
yeah.
messes with Calvitas.
Yeah, you saw Toy use this. So I mean, what happens?
Okay, so
Dang it. I was so excited for that.
Calvitas uses the springy boots and does a backflip up into the trees.
I want to use an attack of opportunity. because
So
I'm
you know,
within
okay. So this is
melee.
what we're gonna do. Let's take our first break there. We'll come back. We'll start a combat because that's what's
Sounds good.
happening here.
Oh my god, it's going down.
It is going
God,
down.
brother.
Yeah. So
And then
we'll
they
be right
kill
back.
Darius, and then Darius is just completely dead, and then they lose Darius because of their own.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
All right,
Oh,
we'll be
jeez.
back with more Terra Nullius. Or after this, I did not expect this session to go this way. Planned for a lot of
No.
I don't
things.
think any of
This
us
was not
did.
it.
Nope.
So, all right, we'll be back.